You could just introduce yourself again and your role within the organisation.
Sure. So my name's Firoza Kasujee, and I'm the DWP, so that's the Department for Work and Pensions Partnership Lead, and I cover Walsall and Sandwell. And my role is basically to support our customers who are on some sort of benefit like universal credit, job seekers allowance, etc. And we support those customers by helping them overcome some barriers. So there may be some really vulnerable customers that we are supporting across the 26 policy commitments that stand at this moment in time. And we work with organisations like One Walsall and many other organisations to support those customers by providing provision to overcome those barriers.
So now when you say you have customer support, so what sort of support is it, and like why do they need that sort of support?
Okay, so for instance, we have customers who are on our benefits who are refugees and migrants. So we'll work with organisations that provide ESOL, so English as a second language, other skills that they might require. So we as a department don't have any in-house provision. We're a signposting organisation, so our frontline work coaches depend on the opportunities that are out there to support our customers. So my role is to engage with those partners and bring them in to the job centres, onto the individual sites, and support those customers, working together with our work coaches and our customer service leads.
And what would you say the biggest demographic is in Walsall for your customers? Like the, you know what I mean, like the biggest demographic you deal with?
So in Walsall is a sort of a mixed community kind of place to live, but it just depends where you are. So obviously the north is very different to the south, and east is very different to the west. So what we look at is working with our customers on a place-based approach. So depending on where they live, we source provision in that area to support them. So that's why we really work well with One Walsall, because they have a myriad of organisations that they work with that we can get the support from in supporting our customers. So although our demographics are very different in each part of Walsall, it's quite easy to sort of find the relevant provision to support our customers. And even if we don't get the relevant provision, there's always funding to look at getting that provision to support our customers.
And for your organisation, do you have any specific plans for the next 6 to 12 months that can help you go to the next level?
Absolutely, we're DWP. We always have, we always are going to have plans in place to support our customers. So when we're looking at the strategic stuff, our main goal is to ensure that we find the right job for our customers. And obviously, if they're not close to the labour market, we try and ensure that we remove those barriers. And our strategy is really just continue to support those customers, find different ways in supporting those customers, and making sure that we are accessible to our customers.
So on one of your main strategies you're currently working out now, could you just give like a brief description and explanation to what it is actually and how One Walsall links into that?
So when you're talking about strategy, you're looking at certain policy commitments that we're working on in Walsall. So let me just give you an example. We have 4 offices in 4 job centre offices in Walsall, and I called out to the senior leaders to find out what is it that you need support with. So one of the areas of work that was needed was around the gang violence policy commitment. There seems to be a bit of quite a bit of a rise in gang violence around Walsall and surrounding areas. So what I've done is worked with One Walsall in terms of coming to their events, which are absolutely fantastic, networking and finding providers that can support our customers. We've also got a lot of customers with mental health issues. Again, working with people like Rose Tinted, Mindkind, these are all organisations, CICs, that support One Walsall. Ritu Sharma, that works with the domestic violence customers, is another area of work that we've worked with One Walsall on. So these are all CICs that work with One Walsall that I've been able to have access to in supporting our customers.
Could you name for me one difficulty that you might have faced?
In terms of what, sorry?
In terms of your job role, if there's anything that you might have struggled with that you might have seen as a challenge and have overcome it?
I guess there are various challenges in terms of who to go to when you need support. And my point of call, I mean, I've been in Walsall for the last 30 years. So I've built up a huge knowledge in terms of partnership and stakeholder work. I haven't been in this role for 30 years. I've only been in this role for 2 years, but I've been working for DWP for 35 years in different sort of guises. So for me, it's all about, if I have the point of contact straight away, that's fantastic. But sometimes I have to go through layers of people before I get to the right person. And that's always a challenge. But I know I've got a lot of support from organisations like One Walsall, who I can go to and say, right, who can I go for this? And they'll be able to direct me. So I guess it's just about the challenges for us as DWP, and I guess it's for everybody out there at this moment in time in Walsall. We have jobs. We have lots and lots and lots of jobs, but what we don't have are the skilled people to go into those jobs. So although there are jobs out there, there aren't enough people who are skilled to do that job. So it's the challenge is really, and this is what we're working on with West Midlands Combined Authority as well, in terms of making sure that the jobs match the skills gap, and we then ensure that the customers are given those or have access to those skills to be able to apply for those jobs.
You said you've worked for DWP for like 35 years.
Yeah.
So what's one of the most, as your time in DWP and in Walsall, what's one of the things that you've seen improve the most within the community?
It's really how we deal with our customers in terms of the support that we give. I think Job Centre has always been seen as an organisation that is there to sanction customers, and really that is not the case. DWP is an organisation that will support our customers no matter what, and as long as the customer engages with us, we are there to we will be there to support them. Every job centre has employment advisors to support employers, disability employment advisors to help those with health issues. We have advanced customer service, so safeguarding issues, etc. You have partnership leads like myself. So any issues that customers have can be sorted. We don't sanction people lightly, absolutely not. What we do is try and support that customer. In many cases, you know, we've supported customers and they've had, you know, 20, 30,000 pounds worth of money that have been owed to them that they never applied for, and we've been able to sort that out for them. However, on the other cases where we've had customers being overpaid as well. So it's about making sure that, you know, the customer gets the right service at the right time, and it's a one-stop shop. The customer doesn't have to sort of talk to 100 people before they get to the right person. We try and make sure that we deal with that customer first time round.
Now with like the current way that, you know, the cost of living is going up, inflation's going up, and, you know, everything's going up with money prices, has that affected DWP, the job centres? Has there been an increase in the amount of people coming in seeking universal credit?
Absolutely. I mean, every job centre will have seen, you know, rises in customers claiming UC, but also how it's impacted the cost of living, has affected our customers, not only our customers, but our staff as well. So I think in that respect, what we've got to understand that there is a whole load of information and services available which we can signpost our customers to. So there's, you know, money helper, debt advice that is available locally through our housing social rented housing landlords, etc. A lot of our sort of food banks offer that support as well. So there is a lot of information, a lot of support out there to support our customers. The household support fund is another sort of process that we can refer our customers to if they are in grave financial difficulty.
What would you say was the big stepping stone for you to take this role?
So I've been in employer and partnerships for a while, but I was on the other side, so I was supporting employers. This is about supporting partners and stakeholders in ensuring that we're getting the right provision for our customers. And for me, the stepping stone is just carrying on from what I was doing before. It's a fantastic job. I really enjoy it, and I think for me, it's finding out about what's out there in the community to support our customers. The fantastic sort of services that are available within the communities that if you're not really familiar with the place that you live in, you wouldn't even realize. I mean, Ritu Sharma was somebody that I met at an event, and she has this CIC organization that support anybody who's going through domestic violence. This was something that I wasn't aware of. It's only when I went to a networking event that I found out about this in Walsall, and hopefully I'll be introducing Ritu to many of our job centres to talk about the good work that she's doing and how she can support customers.
Is there any other further comments you'd like to share with us?
I think One Walsall is a brilliant, and I'm not just saying this, because I work with them. It's a brilliant organisation, and I know every local authority, every sort of borough has an organisation like One Walsall. It's about bringing everyone together. When we have, smaller organisations, they don't have a big enough voice to be heard in the communities, and especially to people like, public services like the one that I work for, like DWP. So having an organisation like One Walsall, you have all the organisations, smaller organisations that can be heard, that we can tap into. So I really believe that having One Walsall within Walsall is an advantage. It's definitely something that I see as an asset for me to work with. If I have any issues in terms of finding an organisation that can provide something or another, all I need to do is tap into their knowledge and they're able to support me.